I'm Rick Kwan.
And I'm Mika Miyashima. If you're just joining us, here are the top 4 headlines you need to know tonight. The Lahaina fire is shaping up to be one of the deadliest fires in modern U.S. history. The county today confirming at least 53 people are confirmed dead and many more are still missing. Almost all of Lahaina is wiped out. Take a look at the images there. The state confirming 270 structures either damaged or destroyed. Firefighters are still working to put out the blaze, confirming 80% of the fire is now contained.
Access to Lahaina is still closed and only emergency traffic is being allowed through. Drivers can leave West Maui through Lahaina bypass only. Only Kahakuloa residents can leave through Waihe'e. Boaters and helicopter companies are also pitching in to help with evacuations.
An unofficial list shows hundreds of people are still missing and hundreds others hoping to find their loved ones. To help, the county opened a family assistance center at the Kahului Community Center for people who are searching for their family members and are still unaccounted for. The center is open until 8 o'clock tonight. It'll reopen tomorrow from 10 in the morning until 8 in the evening. American Red Cross is also assisting. They have a hotline for missing persons. That number is 800-733-2767.
Among the structures lost during the Maui wildfires was the Westside Shelter Center in Lahaina. Operated by Kahale Akeola Homeless Resources Center, it provided affordable and transitional housing for more than 140 people. Now joining us live is the Emergency Shelter Program Director, Kurt Schmidt. Thank you so much for joining us. I know it's a very difficult time. Well, last night, your executive director got to see what was left of the center in Lahaina. I know you saw some of the photos as well. How would you describe what has happened over there?
Very surreal, very almost something that you wouldn't expect to see. So it was very disheartening and upsetting, not to just us, but to our families and participants as well.
How important was this facility for the Lahaina community?
Well, it was essential to that area, to the west side of the island. I mean, with the 9 structures we had on site, we had 48 units for our families and couples, plus our dormitory setting, and then also 30 units of affordable housing. So it was important to the folks that were living out there because they live in the community, they're contributing to the community, and they're part of that.
You said you were not at the site the day the fire hit, but more than 200 people had to be evacuated, and some are now missing?
Yes. So we were fortunate to have 3 staff on site that day before, they closed the roads where we couldn't get in or out. And, right now we've been focusing on contacting all of our families if they haven't made it to our shelter here in Wailuku. But we probably have 8 to 10 families and individuals that we haven't been able to reach yet. And so we're believing that they're safe. And it's just without the electricity, without communication with the cell towers, we're doing everything we can to make contact with them, reaching their emergency contacts, trying to find people that know them just to at least tell us that they're safe.
Well, with this facility now burned down, where are the residents being taken to?
Okay. So with the families and participants and individuals at the shelter, we're bringing them into our facility here in Wailuku. We have 72 units here on site, plus our dormitory, and then we also have 300 units of our affordable housing next door as well. So we're bringing everybody in. Trying to provide, an opportunity for them to relax and then to get them into units so they could just, take a moment for themselves and just pause. Very traumatic experience for everyone that day.
I'm sure. We just saw some pictures of what the center looked like before the fire. So what can people do to help?
I know there's been a lot of websites and contact information that people can, look for, but I know with our agency, with our website, people can go to there at khako.org or find us on Facebook or Instagram. So there's opportunities with our list of donations that we need. Our biggest things right now is people were coming here that they just had the clothes that they were wearing that day because they had to they were able to get out. So just the basic necessities with with clothes, hygiene products, and then also just with us getting them set up in our units, just being able to equip them so that they can start over.
Yeah. Speaking of starting over, real quick, do you plan to rebuild on that site again?
At this point, it's too early. But I mean, that's the property that that we've that we're working with. I know one of the positive things that came out last night when our executive director came out is that, our sign at the beginning of our property is still intact. And so, I think that's a great sign for us, because that means that, we need to be back in that community. We'll just have to take it, day by day until we can, get more information.
Okay, thank you so much, Kurt Smith. Thank you for giving us your time, and best of luck in getting this program going again.